The Lord said to Abraham, "Leave your own country, your kinsmen, and your father's house, and go to a country that I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you and make your name so great that it shall be used in blessings as follows. Those that bless you I will bless. Those that curse you I will execrate. All the families on earth will pray to be blessed as you are blessed." So Abraham set out as the Lord had bidden him, and Lot went with him. Abraham was 75 years old when he left Haran. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, all the property they had collected, and all the dependents they had acquired in Haran, and they started on their journey to Canaan, or Canaan. When they arrived, Abram passed through the country to the sanctuary at Shechem. The terebinth tree of Moreh. Moreh is a person. And the sanctuary at Shechem must be owned by Moreh, and that sanctuary at Shechem is a terebinth tree, a type of tree. Okay, so he's gone to this person called Moreh. At that time, the Canaanites or Canaanites lived in this land of Canaan. Of course. There the Lord appeared to Abram and said, "I give this land to your descendants." So Abram built an altar there to the Lord who had appeared to him. Just as an aside, Moreh is probably not alive. It's probably a historic sanctuary tree of a historic Moreh. So next, continue. Thence he went unto the hill country east of Bethel, and pitched his tent between Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. Ai, that's how you spell the place, Ai. There he built an altar to the Lord and invoked the Lord by name. Invoke means, Lord, I hear you. Please make yourself visible. That's to invoke. There he built an altar to the Lord, invoked the Lord by name. Thus Abram journeyed by stages towards the Negeb. I have a feeling the Negeb that's not the desert in Africa, is it? No, it's a different place. So, anyway, towards the Negeb. There came a famine in the land, so severe that Abram went down to Egypt to live there for a while. So Egypt, we know historically through archaeology, is a very similar religion system to the Hindus. They believe in nature, many gods, to all the spirits of this world. Like greed and power, and they also believe in the one God above it all. But they spend most of their time not worshipping one big God, but many intermediate sort of emotional gods, whether it's about food, prosperity, marriage, things like that. So there came a famine in the land so severe that Abram went down to Egypt to live there for a while. When he was approaching Egypt, he said to his wife Sarai, "I know very well that you are a beautiful woman, and that when the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'She is his wife.' Then they will kill me, but let you live." So he thinks they're going to get jealous and that they'll be murderers. Anyway, continues. "Tell them that you are my sister, so that all may go well with me because of you, and my life may be spared on your account." When Abram arrived in Egypt, the Egyptians saw that she was indeed very beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Pharaoh's courtiers saw her and praised her to Pharaoh, and she was taken into Pharaoh's household. He treated Abram well because of her, and Abram came to possess sheep and cattle and asses, male and female slaves, she-asses and camels. So this must be months, years. But the Lord struck Pharaoh and his household with grave diseases on account of Abram's wife Sarai. So he's saying that, God is like a pagan god that will, like a Greek god, like a god who will zap people with lightning if they do wrong. And this is doing wrong against Abram, because Abram is now, God is now friends with Abram. So it's Abram, not yet Abraham, Abram, Abram. So he's looking after him. So it's sort of a pagan sort of thing, where he's harming those that aren't right with Abram. He's God's friend. God is harming those who are not right with God's friend Abram. Pharaoh summoned Abram and said to him, "Why have you treated me like this? Why did you not tell me that she is your wife?" So somehow in his conscience he knew that's why. The Pharaoh, he knew somehow in his conscience from God. "Why did you say that she was your sister, so that I took her as a wife? Here she is, take her and be gone." Then Pharaoh gave his men orders, and they sent Abram away with his wife and all that he had. You'll find the same thing happens to Abram's son. In the next, Abram's son is Isaac. So Isaac has exactly the same situation repeats itself. No idea why or what it means. Just it does that again. Abram went up from Egypt into the Negeb, where he was headed before, isn't it? He and his wife and all that he had, and Lot went with him. Abram was now very rich in cattle and in silver and gold. From the Negeb he journeyed by stages to Bethel, to the place between Bethel and Ai, where he had pitched his tent in the beginning, where he had set up the altar on the first occasion and invoked the Lord by name. So he must have known the name of God, which is a very holy, powerful thing, greater than a human being. So that's very interesting. Now Lot was travelling with Abram, and he too possessed sheep and cattle and tents. The land could not support them both together, for their livestock was so numerous that they could not settle in the same district, and there were quarrels between Abram's herdsmen and Lot's herdsmen. The Canaanites, and the Perizzites were living in the land. So Abram said to Lot, "Let there be no quarreling between us, between my herdsmen and yours, for we are close kinsmen." They were uncle and nephew. "The whole country is there in front of you. Let us part company. If you go left, I will go right. If you go right, I will go left." You can get your own Bible and follow it, no problem. Lot looked up and saw how well watered the whole plain of the Jordan was. All the way to Zoar, Zoar, all the way to Zoar, it was like the garden of the Lord. Must be just suggesting, not realistically. Like the land of Egypt. This was before the Lord had destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So Lot chose all the plain of the Jordan and took the road on the east side. Thus they parted company. Abram settled in the land of Canaan, or Canaan, but Lot settled among the cities of the plain and pitched his tents near Sodom. Now the men of Sodom were wicked, great sinners against the Lord.